To talk more about that, I decided to meet up with Evert van Wijk, a cultural expert on the differences between Netherlands and Belgium.
Evert has written a book about these differences and provides workshops for organizations as well as individuals about this topic. Evert, thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Okay. You're an experienced expert on the cultural differences between the Netherlands and Belgium. Can you tell me kind of what you're currently doing in that field of work?
Well, I moved to Belgium about 30 years ago, and I started a company, mediatraining.be, and I conduct media training and debating skills to politicians and business leaders in Belgium, but also in the rest of the Benelux, but mostly in Belgium.
You also studied in Belgium.
Yes.
What was the first time you noticed, well, there's actually quite some differences between Belgian people and Dutch people?
There is quite some, let us say, power distance between the professors and the students. So when you are studying there and when you have college and you don't agree with the professor, you simply say in the Netherlands, well, I don't agree because my opinion is. And there is always room for discussions in the Netherlands. Well, this is a different thing in Belgium when you say that so bluntly. The professors, they mostly are not so happy when you say that, when you confront them with this, that you don't agree. That's an important cultural difference.
Well, you not only give media trainings, you also have written a book about those cultural differences between Belgium and the Netherlands. Could you give us a bit of an insight what that book is about and what it's based on?
It's valse vrienden, false friends, because the Dutch and the Belgians, they are not really very good friends. Although we share the same boundary, but there has been quite some research on it, especially a man called Geert Hofstede. He did quite some research and he found out that there are no two countries in Europe which have the same boundary that differ so much as the Belgians and the Dutch. Well, I heard somebody saying, well, the Dutch, they like the Belgians, but they don't respect them. But the Belgians, they respect the Dutch, but they don't like them. Well, I'm a communication man, so I like one-liners, but I think it says it all.
An interesting interview highlighting the greatest differences between the Dutch and the Belgians. I hope you enjoyed it, and back to the studio.